Wire here, Wire Lady TV, every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Today I had a special request from Lindsay to make wire raccoons. So that's what we're going to be working on. So I've done a bunch of sketches and we're going to see what we can come up with. Also, I'm wearing this beautiful, beautiful wire woven pendant that Amber made me. So I did post a picture of that in the Tip Tuesday video. Speak of the devil, there she is. Hey Amber, how are you? How does it look? Looks great, eh, on the ball chain? I really like it. Hi Mustafa, how you doing? Nice to see you. And so excited for the cute raccoons. I can't wait too. Hey Peggy, I have to keep getting closer to the screen so I can actually see your comments. So I am going to flip the screen and we are going to get making wire raccoons. Is that, I see, hi Mia. I'm going to say hello to everybody when I flip the screen. So let's do this. There we go. I just have to bring it around and then we're going to check and see if we're lined up here. So let's come around. I'll pull the video up on my computer so I can see where we're at with that. So let me know where you are watching from, and I'm going to pull up the video on YouTube so I can actually see what I'm doing. This always takes a couple of minutes, so bear with me. Okay, that's not too bad. So we have, hi Mia, I'm great, thank you. Hi Corey, hi Julie, and hi Sharon, nice, from Texas, and hi Mirta, everybody's hopping on. So, and hi Marie, we have a special request from Lindsay today. Let me just adjust this screen so I can see if we're centered here to have a good look. And if I'm working here, we should be good. Let me just bring this up a little bit more. And I'm missing some comments. Hi Salmon, how are you? There we go. And that's that. Hi Trina. That's a tricky word to say. Enjoy your videos. Thank you. From California. Cool. Isn't the piece gorgeous that Amber made? Yeah, the wire woven piece. It's so nice. So I'm great. Thank you. Hope you guys are doing good. So this is our stuff. Let's make sure we're organized here. This can even go up a little bit more, I think. You can just put the stuff up a little bit more. And here are the raccoon pictures. Where's my hand over here? Yeah, so here is perfect. I just want to make sure, you can even move this down a little bit more. I just want to be comfortable here. So here are the sketches, and we're going to start making some wire stuff. I love you. Oh, thank you. And so now let's go ahead. Oh, is Elmarie here? I missed her name. Hi, Elmarie, where if you're way back there in the comments, there we go. So now let's go ahead and get some wires. So these are our raccoons. We're going to see what we can do. I'm going to move those over. I'm using mostly 20 gauge wire. I do have some 18 here, and then my tools. So let's get going with that. And yeah, Amber is an amazing wire weaver for sure. I don't have the patience for wire weaving at all. So now where are we going to start? That's always the question. Where do we start, right? So let's just remove some of these pliers, bring back the sketches, and I think I'll just start with doing like a full body raccoon to get started. And we'll see what colors we want to use as well. So probably browns and blacks and golds, I would think, something like that. So I could even start with like this nice brown wire. It's called Cafe Marron. Very nice. So let's start with that. And my name is Heather. Heather Boyd Wire is my channel. And let's do this wire thing. So maybe I'll just start and do like a little outline or something, and then we'll go from there. And we can do the face straight on, or we could do a side view face. So we could do both ways. Maybe I'll try a side view one first, and then we're going to do a full-on face. So let's do that. So let's start by just getting the shape right. And we can even trace it if we want. It's going to be a little bit big maybe. So let's just go ahead and get some wire. I'll get quite a bit, and I could always add some more wire after, Mustafa. So if you guys don't already know, Mustafa, Amber, who is Tree Sap Girl, and Clarice are the moderators in the channel. So they can also answer your questions. And if we ever have any comments that are not appropriate, we want to keep the comments about wire art and wire jewelry. Some of those comments might get removed if they're not related to what we're doing. So just keep that in mind. We don't talk about like personal stuff and things like that. So here is this, and I should maybe get, if I wanted to add a bead or something for the eye, why don't I go ahead and grab my beads, and then that way I have them just in case I want to use them. So it's always handy to have some beads. And you guys, I can show you the beads I like to use. These are all my favorite beads that I use for my work stuff. So 4mm miracle beads, 6mm, 8mm, and then a bunch of other random beads, including like faceted glass beads, which are really nice. So let's put those over there to see. I know some raccoons, Rocky Raccoon. Yeah, nice. Oh yes, and Amber's just shared the link to the Wire Makers Club on Facebook that you can join and share pictures of your wire art and jewelry. And Sharon needs to make a side view of a wolf, but the buyer wants the eye to show. Yeah, so to do the eye, usually what I do is just like a little kind of circle type of thing, or you can do a bead. So this is interesting because you could actually bring the eye down to go within the mask of the raccoon. But for a wolf, there's ways you can do it. I'll jot that down, Sharon. So Sharon, I'm going to jot that down, and then maybe I could do you a little sketch and put it in the community section of my channel. I'm just going to write that down now, Sharon. And we're going to put a wolf silhouette with an eye. So I can try to do a little sketch and put it in the community section so you can have an idea. So drop a like. Thanks, Mustafa. So I'm like delaying this process here. So let's just go for it. And sometimes I like to do like a little, say I want to hang it as a pendant. Sometimes I'll just like decide balance wise what's halfway, which end is going to have more weight. So this end will have more weight because it has more wire, although there'll be quite a bit of wire in here. It might be quite balanced. So say we're going to do like say we're going to end it here and do like a little loop there to hang it up. So you have to always keep that in mind if you're doing a pendant, to keep it somewhat balanced. So let's just say we're going to start there. So we're going to take this, and you can like trace the shape. I will put the templates in my Etsy DIY shop, but because I want this smaller, I'm going to eyeball it. So let's just remove that. And I'm just going to go ahead and do it by eye. I think it's going to be easier. And Mirte gave the first thumbs up. Awesome. So there we go. And we're going to bring this one around, and I'm just going to try to eyeball it in a way. Just I want to make it a little smaller than what I have in that picture. So we're just going to try to follow the same shape, but you can definitely follow a pattern, either one of my patterns, or you can create your own pattern. It's always handy to sketch it out first. So if we're just going to bend that one down here and make a nice big bushy tail. So we're going to bring that one like around that way. We have raccoons in our neighborhood. We actually have a lot of raccoons in our neighborhood. Raccoons, skunks, rabbits, all kinds of animals, tons of squirrels. So we're going to bring this one down around. So make sure you do a nice like puffy tail like that. That's super cool. And then the legs kind of come out like a little bit. And then we're going to bend this one. Let me bring it up a little more so you guys can see it. And then we're going to bring this one down. Okay. And you can make the shapes exaggerated if you want. Let me remove this paper so it's out of the way. And now we're going to do the bottom of the foot. So say around here. And then bring this one around here. And we could either do 4 legs, like in this picture, or just do a simple silhouette with 2. So I haven't decided quite yet what I want to do for that, but we're going to see. So we're going to bring this one here and here. And I might miss your comments when I'm like sort of busy into this, but I will look back at your comments. And then Amber and always remind me if there's any questions and stuff. So this is, so far, the raccoon. It's looking cute. I kind of like the idea of doing 4 legs. And what I would do for that is, because you want to give the impression that this leg is behind. So how I do that is take this, bring it up, and then we're just going to, wherever the next leg should start, we're going to bring this one here, okay, and bring it down, and then bring this one across to make the foot. Maybe that's too low. And then around here. So see, we're making the other foot, but instead of doing the back of the foot first, we're doing the front of the foot, and we're going to backtrack. So we're going to go that way, and then take this and bend it out, and that way there. So that's somewhat worked. And then wherever you want it to, probably should have been a little, I don't know, the shape's not perfect, but that's okay. We can adjust it a little bit. It's easier if you trace a drawing or a template to get like the shape right, because sometimes the shape is so important to the impression of, you know, the animal, especially horses. Horses are hard. So finally how I figured out how to do horses is you actually have to have a super accurate drawing first. And then from there, you can go ahead and trace that super accurate drawing. So often I'll like print a photo and trace a photo of an actual horse, because otherwise it's very tricky to do. So now, wherever the front paw is going to be, we're going to bring it down. Oh, actually, this we'll have to do the other paw first, because it has to be behind, right? So let's maybe down here, going to bring it back. This one looks like the paw is sort of backwards, but I have a feeling it might look really weird if I do that. So let's just go ahead and let me just see how I want to do this. So I'm going to say, if I go up here, what's better? So we're going to go like this, the foot that way, up and that way. Could do it that way too. So like say we did the foot up here instead, that might be better. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do the front foot first. Okay, we're going to bring this one down. And keep in mind, this is like a prototype, so there's a lot of room for improvement when we do these prototypes. So we're going to bring this one down that way. And I'm just going to move this over a little bit, my paper. So I printed out an actual photo of a raccoon as well. So I'm just trying to go by that as well. And we're going to do that. The feet actually should be a little more skinny. I'm realizing that the feet are like kind of like super like claw-like. So they almost want to be like super skinny like that. If you look at an actual photo of the raccoon, they're more like that. I don't know if I can fix the other ones. I might try. So then we're going to bring it back up this way. Like say it goes like here and then here. And then we want to do another one, but the same way we did it before, where we bring it down and across. I'm going to bring it around here and across, and then we're going to make it skinny. And in a second, I'm going to come and check your comments, because I don't usually go this much time without looking at comments, but I'm trying to just figure this out a little bit. So we're going to get that one in here and here. And let me I'm going to pull this back a little bit, guys. So where are we at? The Slack group, yeah, I don't use the Slack group that much, Mustafa, but I definitely use it for the Let's Get Wired episodes, which I should be doing soon. Okay, Raccoon. Julie, hi Julie. Question, what type of wire do you have more patience with, paperclip or wire? Well, the regular wire is easier, artistic wire, because paper clips can be really stiff, but paper clips are fun to do. Hi Tim, nice to see you. You love raccoons. Wicked. That's what we're doing. Cool. The feet are adorable. Thank you. So now I think they're better when they're skinnier, right? Like I think raccoons are definitely have skinnier feet like that. So we're going to take this one. I'll try to fix the other ones. So we're going to bring this one up here and then bring that one down. So that's kind of cool. Those front feet are better than the back feet, but maybe we can fix these back feet. Let's just try. So to do that, we just would really need to squish them a bit, I guess. So let me just try to maybe open that up and then squish it down a bit. It might be, as long as we just want to make sure this is still going to line up over here. It's not too bad. So we're going to just open this up, open that one up a bit. And see, there's usually always a way to fix things. So that's better. See there, I made the feet a little skinnier, so that's good. And then this one too, we're just going to kind of bring that one down a bit here. There we go. So this part doesn't line up as well anymore, but it's okay. I think it looks much better with skinnier feet. So let's get back to this part. Okay, so yeah, so this comes here. And then we're going to bring this one around here. And I see this part too, it's gotten too pushed over. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm just going to straighten it out a little bit because this is no longer centered. So we're just going to bring this one this way, straighten it out a little bit. And then I'm just going to curve it out of the way and I'll figure out where that's going to go after. So that's not a problem. So now the tail looks a little small, but we're just going to see this. So can't do much about that. So now this should be all right. Okay, so let's do the face. Might have got a little out of proportion, but that's okay. So from here, we want to just bring this one down around that way, and we want to do some kind of nose thing. And the nose is a little bit pointy. So say the nose is here. I don't know if that's far enough over. This might need to go a little bit more over now. So we're going to bring this one over here. Maybe even a little more. So this kind of goes out like a nose. Yeah, that's not too bad. So we're going to just bring that one in here. So it could go like that. And then up, I'm just going to really do an outline here and try to add some details after with a separate wire. I think I'm going to have to get some thinner wire. So this is what we have so far. If you want to, you could just make a little circular nose to represent. Let's try to make the circular nose. I don't know if it's going to work well, but we can just do like a little bit of a nose here as well. I don't want to ruin the design, but we're going to see. So we're going to put a little nose, and you could also do a bead there. So someone, I can't read their name, I'm so sorry, says it's cute. Thank you so much. Nice. It actually reversed like it should be. Never seen it before. Look at YouTube getting with the times. I didn't know I don't know what that comment's for, Amber, but because I can't scroll back in comments, so you can let me know what that was. So now we're gonna go up here and then up for the head. And then now for the ears, we're going to get this one up a bit. Now the ears are a little tricky. So if we do an ear here, how far up? Maybe like here, we can do a little ear. And this I hadn't thought out in advance how these ears are going to look, but we're going to see. So say we do like a little ear here. We want it like pretty sharp there. So we're going to see their name and comment is reversed like it should be. That language is read. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Nice. Very nice. I don't know if you can translate names, can you? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not sure. So if you're from another country and you're writing in your language and we don't understand your name and you would like to type in your name, please, that would be wonderful. So now we're going to bring this one. Do we bring it down here or do we put the other ear after? That's the question. Let's try to bring this down and put the ear now. So I'm going to bring this one down here, and then the other ear looks a little bit like a pig, but that's okay. And then say we do the other ear here, we're going to see how that works. Yeah, I'm realizing I should have, I think I like maybe this side view better. Maybe I should have done something like that. I'm going to see if I can change that up. I'm going to try that because I'm finding the other one might be tricky to get it to look right. So I'm going to just open this up. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work. We're gonna just open this up a little bit, fix it up, and then this one, maybe if I turn it, if we do this like that way, so this one would, let me just see. Okay, I'm gonna just straighten this right up and see what we can do here. I really don't want it to break, so I'll do that, and so if we bring this one back, still having like the face of the raccoon, and I'm gonna bring this one, and we're just gonna try to form the ear. So if we bend this one back, and then this one around, and we wanna kind of form like the inside of the ear. So we're gonna bring this one around. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. And so that's sort of like, he looks a little piggy-ish, but maybe once we get the details, it's gonna look okay. So this is, I did the outside of the ear, and now I'm doing the inside of the ear. It's a little big, so we're gonna bring it up a little more, and then I'm gonna take my flat pliers and bend it down again. And then we're gonna take this here and bend it up. Okay, and then this one, the raccoons have a big arched back. So we're gonna bring this one like this. Arabic is read sideways, cool. And I have way too much wire because I think I'm gonna add some other wire to this now. So I'm actually gonna clip this wire a bit and save that for another time. And we're going to try to finish our shape, but the raccoon really has a big arched back, so we want to figure that out. Bring this one down and figure at what point we want this to go. So I'm going to bring it down a little bit more, and then maybe bend it up here. That looks pretty good. So we're going to bring that here, and we're going to, and as always, I'll put pictures of these in the community section, and then once the templates are done, I'll put them in the description of the video. So if you're watching the replay, the templates might be available in the description. So there we go. So we've got that. Not loving the shape of the face, but I think if we add some details, it should be okay. So now we want to take this, curve it a little more maybe. See how this is going to line up. We really want the raccoon to have an arched back. So we're going to take that one up here a little bit more, because that's sort of like the identifying factor of those animals, is their like big funny archy backs. So there we go. So, or maybe that's just cliche. I don't know if they look like that. So now we're going to do this and attach it. Now, if you don't want it to get distorted, hold the wire with your round pliers and just bring it around so it won't get distorted. So now we are going to do this, and we'll give it a little clip. So we're just going to clip that one there. There we go. And pinch it a bit. And then we're going to make a loop here. So we're just going to bring that over, bring it around, and this just gives it a way to hang it up if it's a pendant. So, I mean, if you're not making a pendant, you don't have to do this, but if it's a pendant, you need a loop. So we're going to take this one around here, and then we're going to clip that here. And then you can just push those ends in. So this is what we have so far, guys. Let me show it to you. So this is the raccoon so far. And I am just going to have a sip of water. And now we're going to add the details. So I think my 20 gauge is going to be too thick. So I have this lovely, nice bag of well-organized wire, 22 gauge. So you can see how my organizational skills shine. So now we are going to get, I don't know what I have. I have copper, that maybe would be a nice contrast. I have some black. That's not black, that's purple. And then maybe 22, maybe 24 would be good to do some details because I don't think I have enough 22. And let me get 24, if I can find it. Okay, 18. This is 20. And this is 24. Okay, I'm gonna get my 24 gauge wire. And hi, Fanny. There we go. Hi, Jamie. Necklace is pretty, thank you. So this is my 24 gauge wire. I have a lot more 24 than I have 22, I mean. So now, I do have black, 24, so let's get rid of the 22. I think it's too thick anyway. And your organization skills are worse. I find that hard to believe. And here's some brown, more brown. And here's some gold, 26 that I haven't used, and then 24. So I think that's good for colors. So let's do that. And fantastic, beautiful, thank you. And let's do this. So now the face, and maybe an eye. So let's see. The eye might be too big though, because all I have is this. Ooh, that's a little big. It would be cute though if I had a little black bead for the eye. It's not bad. It's a little large. I'm not sure. Raccoon's eyes aren't that big though. So if I had a smaller black bead, it would be nice, but these are all big. So let's just get some black wire. And this might, oh, I should have white wire. That would have been good. So let's just take some black wire. I don't know if I have white. That would have been cute too. I made a raccoon years ago for my nephew at my parents' cottage when he was like 8. He's now a doctor and a director of like 3 different hospitals. And I remember making him a raccoon back in the day, but I don't know if he took it with him or if it's still at the cottage. If I find it at the cottage, I'll bring it home. I saw one time wearing a God's Eye necklace and wanted to try with different color wire. Cool. I think I have it. I think I have that tutorial for a God's Eye necklace. If maybe Amber or Mustafa want to search my channel and see if you look up God's Eye necklace, I'm pretty sure I have the tutorial for that. So that would be, it's a fun one. Yeah, I love that. I love that necklace. I made one for my friend Nydia and one for my friend Allison too. So that's a beautiful design. So now, where am I going to start? Here, I guess, for the eye. And I'll start, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to start here. And it's very small to do the detail now, but we're going to see what we can do about this. So say I take this around here, and then the line does sort of extend up to the ear, I believe, for the raccoon. So let's just take this one around and bring it like around a couple of times. And then if we bring it like straight up, because we want to do something, unless we just wind it up, maybe we could, I don't know how good that's going to look for a wound. If we just wind it up, it's going to look like a lot like a coil. I don't know if I want to do it that way. I guess you could. We can try it. So, and then that stripe kind of goes all the way up. Yeah, let's try that. So if we're going to bring this, wind it around a few times. I want to get rid of the stuff that's in the screen. Oh, yay, Mustafa, rock star. There we go. Perfect. So that would be the tutorial for the God's Eye necklace, which is very easy to make actually, and beautiful. You could use lots of different color wires. So if anybody has ever worked with kids or has kids, I think at one point you might have made God's eyes out of popsicle sticks, which is what we used to do. So I'm just going to wind this one all the way up. Might look a little too coil-like, but this is where we're going with this one right now. And we're going to bring this one around like that. And then now we need to do, I'll leave that for now. So now we're going to do like the eyes. So this sort of sits at a place here. I want to make sure I stay on screen too. We're going to get rid of that. Okay, so now we're going to either do the eye or not. I haven't decided if I'm going to do the eye. So let's just stick it on and see how it looks. If I had a smaller eye, it would be cuter. It's actually kind of cute. Like it's a little big. It is a little big, but it's really cute. So I might keep that eye. If I had a smaller one, it would be even better. But you know what? It's adorable. So let's just use the eye. So we're just going to take this and then wind this one, wind the wire around it and see how it looks. I can always like remove it. So if we wind the wire around a couple of times here, do I have a seed bead? I don't have a seed bead that's any smaller than this. I might have one in Allison's stuff, but you know what? I think he's cute. He looks like a baby that's gonna grow into his eyeballs. So let's just keep that. So now we're gonna bring this one down here, and then this is going to come down here. This is gonna be like a mask. So say we bring this one down here, and we're gonna bring this one down here, and that kind of creates like this impression of a mask. Now, art is all about impressions. You know, Impressionism is that style of art where artists did quite loose, you know, painting, but then when you look at it as a whole, you get the impression of like the reality. So that's what art's all about. It doesn't have to look like super realistic. It's as long as you get the vibe and the impression of what it is. So that's where we're going with this. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. So we're gonna do that. And he looks cute with the big eye. Yay. Oh, Mapia. Hello, hello. Yeah, live stream every Wednesday at 1:30 now. I was trying for 1 and then I was never ready. So it's 1:30 now. Every Wednesday for sure. Now I'm gonna wind this a couple of times here. Bring this through, and recently I've been doing custom requests for different designs. So next week we're doing otters for Amber. That's going to be super fun. So I've already done my sketches for the otters. They're coming next week. And yeah, get your requests in for different things, and then always search my channel to see if I've already done it, because I've done a lot of different animals too. Definitely, I've done cats and dogs, so many. I've done all kinds of, we did koalas, we did all kinds of different things. Maybe a sloth. I think I did a sloth at one point. I'm not sure. So now we're going to bring this one back here, bring it back here. And this is sort of where we're going with the raccoon. And then it looks like the black goes all the way down to the nose. So we'll just wind it down a little more to see how that works. I don't know if it's going to look good or not, but we can try. So what if we wind it all the way down? And I kind of like the idea of adding white too, but I'm not sure how that would work. We can try it. So we're going to bring this and wind this all the way down. I'll see if I have some thin white wire, and we're going to see what we can do. And then I'm going to do a straight on face of a raccoon to see how it looks. Hi, Stephanie. So there we go. So we're going to bring this one down, all the way down, and then maybe one more time. So that'll go to there. I mean, it would have been cute with a black bead nose too, but I definitely don't have one small enough for the nose. So, and he's not going to look cute with a big nose. Sorry. So there we go. We're going to bring this one around here. And so that's so far. And then there's even, like, say you wanted to fill in these wires a little bit more. You know how I like to do that with the, by doing like a spirally thing. And this one looks like we can even bring it down a little bit more. Say, why don't we like exaggerate this mask a little bit more? So I'm going to just take this, bring that one down, and then I want to just like give it a little bit of a jog here. So if I just take my pliers, hold them in there and give it a little jog out, okay, and then bring it down again, just to give it like even, ooh, look at those. It looks like a topographical map. I like that. So let's take this one and then bring it in here. And then we could do our little thing where we do the spiral. I'm getting a little too much wire in here, but that's okay. So if we wanted to do that spiral thing where we just like fill it in with wire, we can do that too. Let's see if it's gonna work without like actually destroying it. Yeah, it's a little tricky to get all that detail in there, but you can like spiral it in to fill in, just to fill in that space with more black. Looks a little funny, but that's sort of the idea. If you want to like fill in that space with that. And you know, rather than wind it in, because I have so much wire now, I'm just gonna do that so you get the idea of like, what if you filled it in with some wire? Interesting. So let me see if I have any white. So already looking like a raccoon, yay, okay. Yeah, the otters are a great idea. I actually know somebody, her sons had 2 otters, and the otters are now living with his ex, and she has 2 cute otters, and posts sometimes pictures of them on Instagram, and they're so cute, really cute. So now I have white. I think this white is an old wire, but you could add white or silver to represent the white. So say we just took a piece of white. I might not do I might not do this with this one. I might wait till the next one. Corey says, I made the mouse to go with the cheese. Nice, nice. So now, say we did do, because there is like accents of white in the raccoon too. So say you did want to do white, you could. I mean, we got nothing to lose, right? So we could do that. We could bring it in there or in behind, maybe up top. And what if we just like did that, and then it's got a little bit of white around the nose too. So if we did this, now this is where we get in the optional phase of like whether you actually want to add the white or not. You don't have to, because it's getting like a little messy. So I might not add the white, because I think I'll save the white and do it to the full-on one. So let's just do that, and then we're going to do some stripes on the tail, and then we're going to leave it at that for now, and then we'll do the full-on front view face. So let me just get more wire. We'll get more black. Working on wall clocks. I love your clocks, Mustafa. Mustafa does resin work. You could check him out on Instagram. Mustafa, you're welcome to put your Instagram link, because you're special, and we can people can look at your resin work as well. And let me know if you combine resin with wire. I don't remember if you have like wire work and resin, or if it's just the resin. I know Peggy does wire work with resin, which is really beautiful. So now we're just going to take this to do the tail. We're going to bring this one around, and here you could also add white, I guess, in the tail as well. So if we're going to add some wire to the tail, I'm trying to keep this one a little bit classic, but we'll see how it goes. So we're going to take this one in here, and then for the lines, you probably want them like a little more kind of jiggly lines, just a little bit. So maybe, oh, you know what might have been cool too? I don't know if it would do like little springs. Let's try that. Okay, I'm going to try something. Okay, because this is the place to try it. I'm actually going to remove that. Okay, I'm going to remove that and take that out. I'm going to try something with the spring. So I'm going to take this one. I'm going to grab a piece of wire that's a little bit thicker. I have some, maybe 18 gauge, I guess. Okay, we'll grab a scrap of 18. Peggy says, I'm doing my sister's coaster and finish my nephew's. Oh yeah, those are so beautiful. Yeah, send me pictures, Peggy, of the ones that you've done that are finished, and I'll put them in the community section so people can see how to integrate wire and resin, because they're beautiful. And Mustafa said, I did a wire piece of resin for one of my friends, and share photos. Share photos, guys, of your wire with resin, and I will post them in the community section. So now we're just going to do a coil. We're gonna see how this goes. Do a bit of a coil. this is experimenting. This is the fun part of the live streams because I do a lot of experimentation. Some of it works, some of it doesn't work. And this saves you guys a lot of time and trouble because you can learn from my mistakes. So now we're going to take this one, bring it around and around and around and around and around. There we go. Bring it in. I'm going to try to do the whole piece of wire so I have a lot to work with. There we go. Perfect. Now we're going to remove it. And then we're going to take this and just like, oops, I can't hold that. So we're going to have to get our flat pliers. And we are going to have you're welcome, Mustafa. So we're going to do that. That looks cool. So now we are going to take this and add, oh, doesn't that look much better with the little kind of crinkles? Much better. So let's do that. And I'm going to attach it here. What's the best way? Maybe around here. Okay, attach it here. Bring it around once or twice, I guess. I mean, you could even like add more crinkly stuff to his body and make him hairy, but I'm going to keep this relatively simple for now. This is just learning like different techniques that work. So this one, we can actually just, I think we're just going to wind it back and forth. Might be cool. I guess you could actually wind it through. If you want to space them a little bit, you can try winding it through. And that brings it down a little bit further, but we want to make sure, I'm not sure that's going to hold in place as well. It's not too bad. So say we do wind it through a couple of times. Here, and then here, get in there, there. At least my glasses are a little better than they were last week because I got them adjusted. So we're going to do this and bring this one in and bring this one in. Endless possibilities. That was cool. There we go. We're going to bring this one around and this way and in here. There we go. And I'm currently working on editing a tutorial making the wire bananas, which I'm finally getting done. I put a picture of the bananas in the community section and you guys told me which ones you liked the best. So look out for that tutorial. And the bikini ring. Remember the bikini ring? I haven't forgotten. Still working on that. So bikini ring coming soon too. So now we're just going to take this end, clip it. We have enough for another time. And it works for the tail, eh? Like these little hacks. Cute. So there's our little raccoon. Oh my God, he's so cute. There we go. You want to see him? So you could do a lot more detail on this guy. I'm going to keep him super simple for now. I'm going to have a little sip of water. You could definitely fill him in a little bit more. I do find him a little bit bare. Let's see what else we can do. Let me find my 22 gauge wire again, because I do have this brown 22 gauge wire too. You could go in and fill them up a little bit. Actually, this is quite thick. Let's see if I need brown 24 gauge wire. I don't know if I do or not. I have all kinds of colors. I have purple. No, what do I have? Not really brown, I don't think. I have red. I have this brown, but this is like I don't know what this is. This is like some weird floral wire. I don't even know what that is. So let's just see how that looks. See, this is like a weird floral wire, but what would, like, it's almost, I think it's too thin, this stuff. But then this one, oh wait, I have 24 here. What am I talking about? Okay, let's do this. So, okay, so bananas, yay. So now, love the tail. Tail's cute, eh? So, because I really feel like this is super bare, but I have to figure out a way that I could fill it in. And the raccoons have like all different colors of furs. So let me just play with this for a sec. So we have this one. We have white, but maybe not white. White might be a little stark. So let's try silver. That's 26 gauge. Let's see if I have 24. I do have that one. Let me just see. Okay, so 24 might be a little thin. Or 26 might be a little thin. I do have the 24. I'll just get that. So here's 24 silver, because the 26 might not show up. Okay. Resin pens. Oh yeah, those were cool too. I think I might have shared a photo of those. I don't remember. I might have shared a photo of your resin pens previously. So here's like silver, and this one is brown. Now what did I do with the black? Did I have 24 gauge black wire? Let me just check. I have so many little bags of wire, and I'm due to put a new order in for bead-alongs, so maybe I'll get them to send me some that I don't currently have. I don't seem to have black. Oh yeah, I do have it here. Yep. So there we go. A yellow bikini ring. That'd be cute. I'm gonna actually do the bikini ring slightly differently because it's really hard with the paper clip to get any detail. Like this is sort of my prototype that I did. Well, this is the second prototype, and then it was hard to center these. So I'm actually gonna try it with plastic tubing. So look out for that. I haven't filmed it. I filmed a video and then I didn't like it, so I'm gonna try again. But see, like what I'm thinking is, could we like tri-color these wires in here and maybe do like a kind of a chaos wrap? Might be interesting. Let's try it. So I'm going to just take a bunch of wire, not too much, 18 inches maybe. So let's take 18 inches of wire, clip them, and let's make this guy super funky. What we're going to do is, maybe I'll do the chaos. Well, I should probably attach it first actually. So let's just take this. I am going to start at one end. So start at the tail. Okay, and put this one here, start at the tail, and I'm going to take this and wind it around here. Attach it. I really like to get these out of your view because I find it distracting when there's too much on there. So there we go. So we're going to attach the brown one and clip it, pinch it in, and then we're going to attach the black one. Woot, get in there. So there's the black one. Bring it around, right around there, and then clip it. Okay, bring this up higher so you guys can see it. And then the silver one, we're going to maybe put that in between the two. Doesn't really matter. They're going to get smushed around anyways. So we're going to take that one and put the silver one. You made some, yeah. They are like the color paperclip. Do you mean the tubing, Mustafa? Yeah, I have some plastic tubing. I actually bought it in Amsterdam 30 years ago, and I use that for adding color to things. Some of them can fade a bit, but I'm sure they're made better quality now. That was a long time ago. So now I have 3 colors of wire, guys. So let's see if this chaos wrap works. Otherwise, we will pull them all out. So now we're gonna just take this, and we wanna just like kind of wind it around. Ooh, he's gonna be funky. So now we're gonna wind this around. Maybe again, I don't know. I forget how I did this. So we wind it a few times, and then around here. And definitely does not have to be perfect. You can like rotate it in a little more. I guess we could have also done these individually, but I kind of like the idea of doing them all at the same time. So if we're going to bring this one in here, let's see if we can get them lined up. See around here,
here. And then I'm going to maybe wind them around here. You know what I could do is to hold them in place, just take one of these wires, maybe this one, the brown one, and wind it through to hold it in place, because I kind of don't want to wind them all through there. So I'm going to wind one, bring it around, and then bring all these wires to the front and zoop. Bring this one up here, and then we're going to wind this one around to do it like another chaos thing. So we're going to bring this one. Maybe we could do like those other ones are 2. Can we do one that's 3? Just to change it up a bit, because variety is always good. I could also try to do these separate. I'm not sure if that would work as well or not. We could try. Okay, let's just try to do them separate as well, just to change it up. So if we take one and bring it up, and then the next one, because sometimes doing them all at the same time is a little tricky. So we're going to try that one, bring it up, and then the black one. Let's see how that works. It's a little easier to do them separately. It's kind of interesting. It just gives it a different look. It's not as tight. And then let's go back to doing them together. So we're going to bring this one around here and around here. There. Perfect. So yeah, so those are a little bit looser. So you see the differences if you do them together or separate. So now let's do the thing where we wind it around here. So we're just going to wind this one around here and bring it back to the front. And here, and so these are together. Let's try, should we try them separate again? Oh, we'll see. So I'm going to actually bring these ones around too, around here. I'm trying not to make it too perfect, so we're going to bring this one around here too. So there we go. He's definitely very stylized. So we're going to bring this one around to the back. So now we have these 3 wires again. Let's try to do a little loop-de-doop. I just have to be careful I don't run out of wire, because I didn't cut them that long. I cut them 18 inches. So now we're going to take this and then maybe bring this one around again. See, I find them very tight when you do them together, but you could do it that way. You definitely could do it that way. You just might need more wire when it's so tight like that. So let's just do them separate for now, because otherwise I'm going to run out of wire. So we're just going to do this one. Let's just try if we do them like all separate and see what happens. So I'll do all the silver ones first, and then I'll go in and do the other ones. But we're trying to keep it somewhat flat. That's the thing. We want to fill it in, but we want to keep them somewhat flat so they're not like sticking out. And we're going to bring it down here. And then I'm going to just attach it here, around here. And I don't think I'm going to want to unwind all this, so I hope it works out. So we're going to bring this one here, and then bring this one up here. And we'll just like do another little kind of circle thing. And try to fill it in a bit. Maybe a double one there. Okay. And then here, you can always just like finish it off here and just adjust it a bit. So we're going to do here. And now the legs look like they're super bare. That's the trouble. Once you start like filling things in, you're going to feel like, oh, I got to fill in the whole thing. So maybe you can do that with, maybe you could make one and do it, fill it in with resin or something. I'm not quite sure. This one looks kind of crazy, but that's okay. Let's just do that. And hi, Debbie. Yeah, we're working on raccoons. So now we are going to, Debbie loves raccoons. I forgot that. That's interesting. Okay, cool. So now we're going to bring this one around and around a few times. Yeah, this is getting really messy here, guys. So maybe I should have kept the wires together. That might have been a better bet because now they're getting a little bit messy. But maybe messy is good. I don't know. So we're just going to keep going and try to do this kind of chaos wrap thing. So, oh yeah, it's like super squiggly, but it's fun. So now we're going to take this one. I'm going to experiment with this, like filling in areas with the chaos wrap because I think it's got potential. I just think this one got a little bit messy. So we're going to see. So now let's just keep going with this. We're kind of invested in this. So let's just keep going around. And then we can go like the other way. Around and around. It's getting a little tangled here. And there. Or maybe even you could do like some wire weaving or something. Yeah, it's gotten super messy now. So I might end up fixing this after the live stream. We're going to see how it goes. So I think for now we're just going to, maybe I could bring this to the back. I think we're just going to try to finish it off. I'm going to do another one that's more like the face, and then we're going to see how it goes. So this is, like you can see it's getting super messy, but it's very artsy. So let's just attach this, see what we can do to fix it up a little bit. But this is the idea. Like it's super messy for sure. But I think I kind of like the way, that looks with this part here, and then this part got really messy. But you get the idea that you can fill it in. It looks like really artsy. It's kind of cool. Rosina says, first time for the live. Yay, awesome. Thank you so much. Hi, Eva. Nice. So now let us try to do a raccoon face. So that's done. Let's put that little guy at the side. I might fix him up later. Let me know. Okay, let me know in the comments if you prefer like the really consistent wrap, the messy wrap, or no wire at all. Like give me your suggestions in the comments of what I can do with that, because I'm always open to suggestions. So let me know. And now I'm going to do a face. So let's go ahead and get some, I guess, brown wire, or I could even start with like a silver or something and add brown. I haven't decided quite what I want to do with it. We can start with maybe gold. We're going to see. I am going to get some gold wire. Is that what I want to do? I'm somewhat undecided about what I want to do with this one. So I'm just thinking maybe silver, because it does have a lot of white as well, or brown. I'm going to get the brown again. So let's get the brown. So poor raccoons washed everything, and there was a video Debbie sent me of a raccoon washing his cotton candy. Oh, that's funny. That's very funny. I'll buy everything you make with raccoons. You're so funny, Debbie. I don't usually sell my samples, but we'll have to talk about maybe other options. So now we're going to cut this, and I am going to work on sort of the face type of thing. And for that, I'm just trying to think of the best way to do this, because for that you can also use the bead. So why don't we try a bead on this one? So I'm going to get a bead and stick it in there. You could have got, I guess I could get a larger bead too, but this should be good. So we're just going to stick a bead in the middle and wrap the wire around it. Okay, we're just going to wrap the wire right around and the other way. So that's how I like to wrap the beads, the wire to the front and to the back. And then we're going to bring this one up. Okay, so that's so far for the raccoon. And then we need to kind of like go out a little bit like that. And then we're going to kind of bend it in. Try to like follow that, not exactly because it's too big, But now I'm going to take this one and take it out. And then we're just going to kind of stylize the face a bit, I guess. So out there, and then this one too, that, and out here. See if they're even, maybe not quite even. So we're going to bring that one in here. And then just have a look at my sketches and this. So now, what if I just like kind of bring it out a little bit more? I'm going to bring it out a couple of times, see what we can do. And whoops, yeah, I have to be careful for that. So we have like this sort of starting point, but I think I'm going to keep the outside simple, and then I'm going to go in with some other wire for detail. So I'm going to do like 3 bends. I'm going to do 3 bends like that, and then one more. This wire's a little soft, so it doesn't make like sharp bends. I guess I could have done it with brass. Brass would have been brass makes sharper bends. So we're going to bring this one in here, and let's see, we'll bring that one in here a little bit more, up there and down. And then we want to do some ears. So for the ears, we're just going to bend this one out and there, and bring this one down, around down here. And yeah, those have a little white in them too. So we're just going to see, what if I just do the outline? I'm just going to try to do the outline and then go from there. So we're going to bring this one up here, up and around. And then this one here and down. I have a feeling I'm going to be making more samples of these because I think they're going to take a lot of experimenting to get it to look right. So we're going to bring this one down here and that one across. And sort of that's like a basic shape. And I'm going to add some other wires for this. So now again, to hang it, you need to kind of center that. And then you take this part and make it like twisted around just to get it centered. So we're just going to do that. And sometimes it's better to help it with the pliers first. Otherwise, it gets distorted. So now we're going to do that. Give that one a little clip. Clip it in there. Pinch it. See, it even got a little bit distorted there, but that's okay. So we're going to bring that one like that way. And then I'm going to do a loop at the top. So we're going to take this. Hi, Rosina. Oh, I wish I could understand that. So now we go. Oh, Mustafa. Bye, Mustafa. Thanks for coming on. I know it's really late for you. But thank you so much for coming on. So now we are going to take this and wrap it around a couple of times. There. And clip that. So now we have the basic kind of raccoon shape. It's not perfect, but doesn't need to be. So we're going to just do that. And then what we have to do, oh yeah, the shape is not great, but that's all right. So this is, we've got the nose going. I'm going to just push the wire down a little bit. And then we can point it out a little bit more, that nose. Want it a little more pointy. And then flatten these out a little bit. So this is sort of a basic, would have been good to have something the actual size to trace, but that's okay for now. And then I do want to add the eyes. So I'm just going to grab a sip of water. Yeah, I do that too, Jamie. I often cut it because I always cut the wire way too long so I don't run out. And then ultimately I usually, I have glasses, so it's not so bad. So there we go. So we've got the black wire. This time I think I do want to also do white wire, because I find it would give it some contrast. But what I'm going to do from here is just start at the side. I'm going to do the eyes with the beads. So let me get a couple of bead eyes. So there's a 4mm glass black bead. And we're going to put one on the wire. So if I can find the hole, there we go. So let's do that. And we're going to wind it around. So take this. I'm just going to bend it. I like to bend it like down and then wind it in front and then in back. So around here, front, and then in back. So this would be like one eye here, but then it has to kind of get like bent down at an angle. So this is like this. And then it looks like to the side here, we're just going to bend it at an angle down. And then kind of goes around and then up again like that type of thing. So we're going to like, there's a bit more of a like a kind of a loopy thing here. And then we're going to bend this one down at an angle. So it's going to be like that. And then just over a little bit, we're going to do the straight down lines. We're going to take this straight down on an angle. See how it looks. So you guys can see. And then we're going to put the bead on there. So from here, I'll try to hold it up so you guys can see it. We're going to stick the bead on this end. The bead's going to go right here. I'm going to wind it around to the front and around to the back. So now hold this, bend it to the front, hold it, bend it around. So there's the front, and then bend it to the back, round to the back. There we go. So there are your eyes. They're pretty centered. Okay, so those are the two eyes. And now let's remove this. White wire, where do you buy that? I don't know, Debbie. I bought this somewhere, and probably from an electronics or a hardware store. I really don't remember where I got that. So I'll try to find a source for you guys. I don't know if Artistic Wire probably makes white. I'm not sure. I'll have to check the Beadalon website and see if Artistic Wire makes black wire or white wire. I think they might. They make a lot of different things. So here is the eyes. This one has to get tightened up a little bit more. I think there's a bit of a gap, but that's okay. So now how do we, it's really cute, just like that. Oh my goodness, you could just do that and you can tell it's a raccoon. So now let us wind that in. So if we wind, we're going to take this and wind it on this side, bring it in here. And so we want to make sure it's centered. Don't wind it all the way, just do it a little bit. And then this one here, try to make sure it's somewhat centered, and then bring this one in here, and here. So there's the eyes, cute. And I'm going to wind this one a little bit more. Let's see if we pull this one over a little bit more. It's probably better to be more centered. You just go slowly to get them going. It could even, it's not even perfectly centered. So now we need the black going up to the bottom here. Let me just see. Actually, we need the black to come down here too. So we can, let me just bring this right in. Now I should have cut this wire bigger, but c'est la vie, can't do everything right. So now we're going to do that. Bring that one here. And then we can wind it here, I guess. Maybe I should have done the outside black. That might have been better. Okay, those eyes seriously make that sweet little precious face. I can't even, aw. Amber approved. Yoo-hoo! There we go. That's awesome. Amber knows her animals, so I value that opinion. That's for sure. So now let's take this and bring this one in and bring that one around. So there you go. This is getting a little bit distorted, but that's okay. So I'm just winding like these around the side there, and then we want to bring it up to finish like sort of the mask type of thing around here, but it should even be lower. I'm thinking it should be down here. Yeah, I'm not sure about like this sort of funny thing, but let me remove that for now. I'm just not feeling that. So let's just take that, and I'm actually going to clip it here and see what I can do for something else. So I'm going to clip that. Let's just clip that one, and then this one too. I'm not loving the way it's going over the brown wire. It doesn't feel right to me. So I'm going to take that and remove that. Okay, and then just bring this one back and clip that. Okay, so we have the simple, and then I'm gonna add more black wire. I'm gonna grab a sip of water. Okay, so now Muta says, I'm trying to understand when you join words. Oh, okay, that's what you mean. Is that what you mean? With Amber, the way she says, like her paw, what are some of the other things you said? You said something with not paw, but it was something else, Amber, the other day. It was so cute. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, I like that. I like that. That's fun. So now what next? So now we have to add another one here and to go up that way. So what if we just take this? I don't know if it goes like to that end or not. I guess it could. Like what if we just put it here? And okay, we could like also fill that area in too, but I'm trying to keep it relatively simple. So if we bring this one up here, and then you would want to like kind of bring it down again like that. So that's the idea. You want to make like a mask thing. So what if we just wind this around a couple of times so it doesn't slip all over the place? Sometimes you have to wind it in two places so it won't go around the curves. So I'm just going to actually clip that. We'll just clip that one. And then, so this one would go up here and then down here. So that's the idea. You make like a little mask thing. Simplified, simple, sweet. So let's try that. And we're going to bend that one in here. Make sure it's centered. Bring that one in here. And you could do a full body raccoon with this type of full straight on face. Now, do I want to clip it or do I want to add details? That's the thing. So I'm just going to check, because in theory, this is where you could go in and add some details. So this is like simple, like very simple like that. I should have maybe wound it towards the inside. I didn't think about that. So let me just see if it's too late to backpedal it. Gonna bring it back a little bit, and rather than wind it to the inside, I'm gonna wind it here to the outside in here. Okay, and there we go. Let's see if that's better. That looks good. Okay, we're just gonna bring that one here and here, and just bring that one in here. So there's that one, but now we want to wonder if we should fill it in. So if you were gonna, so this is plain on that side. So if we were gonna fill it in that way that I like to fill things in, you could, but I don't know if I want to. So I have to see if I bring that one like down. You could do like that kind of like spiral thing that I like to do, but let's just see if it's gonna work. If not, I'll just cut it out. So, so now we're gonna do this that way. And like I said, this might not work, but we can just try it. Because sometimes I like to just like do this thing where I fill it in, and this might be too geometric now, but it will give you an idea of what you could do. I wonder if you could like fill it in with nail polish or something. If it was smaller, you might be able to do that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? So is it better like plain, or is it better like filled in? Let me know what you think. I don't know if this is bright enough for you to see. Whoops, get in there. Let me know what you think. Fill in the mask all black. Plain. Oh no, we have two. Anyways, I think I'm gonna leave it plain because I ran out of wire, but this, you guys can see what you can do, whether you want it plain or whether you want it filled in. So options, so many options. I'm gonna remove that because I think I'm gonna keep it simple. But if you wanna fill it in, you can. I think because the other one got so insane that I'd rather keep this one pretty simple. So there's that. Now the question is, do we even bother with the white? And then there's also like these little lines up here that might have been good. What I probably should have done here is done like a double loop with the brown, and that would have been nice for the ears. That would have solved that issue. And then for this, with the white, let's see if there's anything we can do with the white. Tim likes playing too. And Corey, okay, perfect. And Waring, hello, Rig, hello. And Debbie likes playing, awesome, perfect. So now we are going to like what, if we just to show you guys how this might look with a bit of white detail, you can always like, if you want to give it a little more detail, you can always go in with some white. And this one I can definitely remove as well. I love those whiskers too, but I was thinking to do whiskers, but I'm not sure how that would work. But say we just like did this like this. So remember what it looks like before. I'm gonna remake this with a double ear to make it look like a little more detail. But for now, like what if we just did a bit of white? So I'm gonna take this, stick it in here. This one we can also remove after if we don't like it. So we're gonna take this and bring it around once here. And then what I wanna do is actually bring it down the back of this so it's hidden behind that wire, because I don't want it wound around there. So we could bring it here. And then here, I'm just going to bring it around here. So I want to bring it here inside, bring it in here, and then I don't know if this is going to work, but I was thinking it'd be cute to have whiskers. So if we did this and just brought that one out like a whisker type thing, I don't know if the whisker is going to work. We did like that type of thing. What usually works better for the whiskers is, let me remove this for now. Usually a better way to make whiskers is to do them first. So let's try it. And then you can also use that concept if you're making a cat or any other animals. And Amber, if you have to leave, just let me know, because I know sometimes you have things later on the day. Wednesday, it looks really cool, thank you. Tips of the ears are white too. Yeah, I was wondering if we should add some more white. So let me just cut a few of these. That would be the whiskers, just for fun. So say we had this type of thing for the whiskers. You could even do them silver too. So if I cut 3 of these, same size, there we go. Let's just cut 3 whiskers. And then I'm going to get a larger piece of white, because I have quite a bit of this white. And then, oh, bye Rosina. So now let's move this, and if we're going to do whiskers, so I would just take this and wind it around maybe a couple of times. And then to actually get them to hold, these might slip out, but because they have a plastic coating, they also might not slip out. So we're gonna just take this, give it a good little pinch, separate these a bit, and this one too, separate them. Okay, so these are cute whiskers, and what we wouldn't want to put them on front, we wouldn't want to put them in the front, but we would want to maybe try to put them at the back, but then they'd have to kind of like come out. So the idea would be to take, like maybe bend them out a little bit, take this behind here. Yeah, how would we do this? They're sort of at the side of the nose, so that's, unless it was like full on behind there, let's just see what we can do. So if that was like full on behind, it might be better. But the question is, I like the way they look, I'm just not sure I'm gonna be able to attach them. That's the issue, and we should have maybe used a different wire, but this is sort of an idea of what you could do. I think attaching them with white is going to be a little bit too difficult. The other thing you could do is if that bead had a bigger hole, you could have the whiskers coming out of there, and that would be interesting too, but you'd need a bead with a bigger hole. So this you can keep in mind if you do want to do whiskers on a raccoon. I don't think whiskers are an essential part of a raccoon design, so let's just put those at the side. I'm not going to use those for now, and it is cute. I'm just not sure. You guys let me know if you think it needs whiskers or not. If so, I could try to integrate them, and if not, I could just leave them at the side. So you like the messy wrap? Thank you. Yeah, so now I am going to, possibly add some wire to the this part, like, and there's like white above here as well, right? So maybe I need a bigger piece of white. So let me just get a bigger piece. Doesn't need the whiskers. Okay, good. Phew, there we go. So now if we did this here, just to add a little bit of white, this is optional, just to add a little bit more detail. So we're going to take this, bring this one around, and bend that to the back. And I'm going to clip that one. And then we're going to just follow this black line. Maybe the black should have been a thicker wire. We could have definitely used a thicker wire for the black, but we're just going with what we have now. So if we do this one back and forth, there, so we've got like a bit of the white. Yeah, maybe separate these a bit to give a little bit of, oh, I like that actually. So now we're going to, take this one, maybe, oops, that's the wrong pliers. We're going to maybe make this a little bit more sharp. Bend it out a little bit. So yeah, I do like the white here. So also I should have maybe done a little bit more separation of the white. So what I'm going to do is, rather than bend it to that side, okay, I'm just going to remove this. Okay, let's unwind this. Okay, there we go. I'm going to start again with this one. Cool. So what I'm going to do is start again here, and I want to make a bit of a separation between the black and the white. So I'm going to wind this to this side of there. So there'll be a little bit of a separation between the black and the white. So I'm going to take that, wind it below here. I'm just going to wind that one below and clip it. I knew these raccoons would take a while to make, so that's why this live stream is going a little bit longer. It usually doesn't, we don't usually go this long, but because the raccoons are a tricky design, we're going a little bit longer. So now we're going to do that fun little shape above the eyes for the raccoon. So down and then up and then here. Maybe move that up a little bit more. Oopsie. Okay, I'll bring that one a little bit more. There we go. A little bit more shade. I think I pinched the white a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to bring that one up. And then we're going to bring that one down a bit. Maybe a little more. There we go. So we're just doing like a little V thing. Yeah, it definitely gives it a little bit more interest to do it that way. And then also on the eyes, right? But I think I'm going to do the separate wires because I find when you try to continue the wire too much, then it just kind of distorts the rest of the wires. So now we're just going to bend this one in, bring it around to the back, clip it, and then this is moving, so I'm just going to pinch it a little bit more. And this one too. We're going to pinch that in place. So this it gives it a fun little look. We can maybe bring that one in a little more. Bring that one in a little bit more. So here's our white wire. Could have bring it down a little bit more. Maybe curve it. Yeah, maybe curve this out a little bit and bring it down more. And then we can go in and do like more things with the ears as well. I kind of like the idea of doing more white, but we're just gonna, and then this one, maybe put a little piece of white at the bottom just to match it up. I'm just trying to think. Those are those whiskers again. They're so cute. Sorry, I like these whiskers. I'm obsessed with these whiskers, but I don't know if I'm going to use them or not. I think that's too much. So forget the whiskers. And then now, hi Kimia. Okay, so now, thank you. So if we just did like a little white at the bottom just to even it out, let's just try that. And then we're gonna be done for today because I think it's gonna we're never gonna finish here. So now I'm worried about this sliding, so I'm actually gonna bend this to the inside here and see if that'll work. So we're gonna bend that one to the inside and then down here. So we're gonna do that. And so then this one, we're just going to, oh yeah, there's like another little line thing that goes down the nose for the raccoon. So this isn't really like that well, like kind of accurate. It's not super accurate, but if we do like that, and then, let me just try this. We're gonna go down and then up and then down again, like that kind of thing, like that. It's a slightly funny shape, but that's okay, just to have the idea, because now I'm going to try one more thing after this. So we're going to do this and bring this one around through here, just so the white won't slide. I've attached it in there, and it looks like we can bring it down a little bit more. Okay, bring it to the back. And then I'm going to clip it. So there we have so far like that with the white, a little bit of addition of white, which is cool. And I think if you have the whiskers up front with, Yeah, I'll try something later with the whiskers because it is cute. But we would be here on all day if I tried it now. So now this is sort of like with the white, and then there's a line that goes straight down as well. So maybe I can try that with maybe this wire. This is the brown 22 gauge wire. Let me see if that's going to work. Because it looks like there's from here, there's a line that goes up the center of the raccoon's head as well. So how would we do that? We can maybe, I'm just gonna think for a sec, and we have this like kind of going up and around. What if we did something where we take this and bring it around the nose a little bit? Might have to go to the back. See if we bring it to the back and around here. So I want it to hold in place. That's the thing. So if we bring that one around here, maybe, and around here, maybe. What if we did like, I just want to kind of like, no, that's not going to hold. So let me just think. Just trying to figure out if we just loop that in here, or just to the back maybe. Let's try it straight across. Bring this one here, and then in. Bring that one in here and in. And then this one here and in. So I'm just like looping it under the nose. So we're going to bring that one here and in there. Just tighten it up a bit. And then this one, I'm going to go straight up. And then this one, kind of straight up. There we go. And so that's interesting. It makes an interesting like line that goes up from his nose, which I like. I really like that. So now what we're going to do here is bring this out above the white line. So maybe around here, we're going to bring it out, like out here. I'm just holding it with my nail and bringing it around, curved around like that. Oh my God, he is cute. Oh, so cute. So now we want to, I'm thinking now I can do the ear thing. So let's do the ear thing. White wire on Amazon. Awesome. I had glasses. Raccoon with glasses. Yay. So now we're in the home stretch, guys. So let's do this. Take this one up and bring it up here. Is that over enough? That should be good. And then we're going to bend this one down. So we're kind of making like the inside of the ear now. And then we're going to bend this one down and around. Okay, so there's the inside of the ear. Yep, okay. Bring that one in. And then bend it here and around. You'll be able to see the detail more when I share the picture. So there's one side, and then this, where do we end it? I guess just around the bottom of the ear. So we're just gonna take this and wind it around. So I'm gonna bring this one here and take that one, bring it around to the back and clip it. I'm gonna have to show Mark. It's so cute, Mark, my raccoon. He's not listening. He's got his headphones on. I will show him after. So there we go. So there's one. And then now the other side, curve it out. Try to get it even-ish. There we go. The ears weren't super even anyways, so it's not going to be perfect. And then we're going to flip it over here. And then here, we're going to bend this one. Maybe bring it up a little more. There we go. Here we're going to bend it up. Is that over enough? Maybe a little more. Can always rotate it in a bit. There. And then make sure it's in a good place. And then we're going to take this, bend it down, curve it here. There. So we've got that. Make sure these are wide enough. A little more. There. I thought about doing a live stream on my art channel today, but we went overtime, so I won't be doing it. It's because I had a dream last night that Mimi was selling abstract art with quotes on it. And I had an image in my head of this beautiful artwork because she does, you know, a lot of beautiful art and different things. And I was trying to explain to her what it looked like, and I couldn't explain what these things looked like in my head. So I was going to try to paint them today, and I ran out of time. So I'll try to do that. I do art Zoom calls with my sister, so I'll try to do that really soon because in my head they were beautiful. So we'll see if I can actually recreate them. So we're going to bring this one around here. Hi, Angel. How are you? Oh yeah, no, the chat isn't always synchronized. If you hop on the live stream later, you have to refresh your page, I think, to get to where we are. So I think I had seen one of your comments from quite a while ago. So there, guys. Oh my goodness, this is the cutest. I love it. So that was worth it. So here's Raccoon. Super cute. Make sure I've got him in the right place. Can you guys see him okay? I think so. Yeah, so that's it. And then where's our other crazy raccoon that I have to fix his, I'm gonna have to fix his hair because it's a little much. But these are the two guys we did today. Any feedback would be greatly appreciated. Julie says, love it. Amber says, adorable. Have to try this, cute. Awesome. Ah, yeah, this was a hard one, guys. This one was really hard. So I'm going to flip. It's mine, it's mine. I'll have to make another one, Debbie. So I am going to flip the screen and say goodbye. So there we go. And, oh, take a règle. Yep. Reste là. Reste là. Oui, c'est beau. Mark just doesn't want to be in the screen, so we're going to do that. And it's just me. Hey, guys. So now I can't see your comments anymore, but thank you so much for hopping on. That was amazing. That worked out really well. Thank you, Lindsay, for suggesting the raccoons. Next week, we're going to be doing otters for Amber, so that's awesome. I will post the template for the raccoons in the description in the next 24 hours. And I will post a picture of the finished raccoons in the community section and in the Wire Makers Club. So be sure to join the Wire Makers Club on Facebook if you're not already a member. Thank you guys always for your great feedback, ideas, encouragement. I hope everybody has a wonderful day, night. It's a beautiful sunny day in Montreal. I'm going to go for a walk. And thank you again, Amber, for this beautiful, beautiful piece that she gave me a little while back, and I just love it. So I really admire people that do wire weaving, and this piece is exquisite. So I'll also put a picture of that in the community section. So guys, have a great night. Thank you, Mustafa, Amber, and Clarice for always moderating the chat. And we will see you on the flip side. A banana video coming soon, beaded banana earrings, and a bikini ring. So look out for that, and we'll see you soon. Bye.